The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Carry now for Kareem Hunt. And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. Now there's also a flag to go with it. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They go play action now. Jackson. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Jackson eluding the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
Whatever you do, don't let 89 go deep. Single slot. Check Mike, 9-9. Check.
From the gun, Jackson. Flush to his right. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they try the right side here. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
At the 43-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
It's a party now. It's a party now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Hey, Alpha.
Back to throw now on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Wide, get wide.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Set, 15 line. 15 line.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
4 there. Alert. Ready. Let's go. Come on.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but they definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. First carry for James Conner. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Here we go, D. All day.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I'd go right at him with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them, because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop him on 3rd down.
No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway, because that's your strength.
They'll try to run this one in. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Let's go. 18 Gator. Mine's 56. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. Let's go.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. It's their quarterback. with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
First down and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. Throwing again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Set, ready, 50, plant. I hope you brought your left because I'm about to take you to school. Get up.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Hey. You got 3, you got 3. 3 down, 3 down.
Go. Go.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Myles Garrett has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
44's Mike. 44's Mike. Check. Here it comes.
Hey.
Four's Mike. Mike's both.
Get it.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this 1st quarter. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 11. 12 yards on the return that time. And out will come the offense as they take over.
First down and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now it's Jackson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. T.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. You never want to give up a sack from the O-line reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Now Jackson. And he's going to go down again. T.J. Watt make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack.
On the ready.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Same. Slam.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at their 48-yard line.
Ready. 70, Indy. Hey, Echo. Ready.
2nd and 11. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. And this will be a long field goal if the skies were clear. But here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on 4th.
Showing it. 61, matchbox lights.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. On 1st and 10 is counter. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Silver, smooth. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. Oh, here we go. Oh,
look at me, zipper.
57's the mic. Mike 57.
Hey, Haywood.
2nd and 9 now. Escaping the pressure right. Under pressure, and down he goes. Samson Abukum in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
You see me? You see me? They can't stop me out here.
Ready.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Dalvin away and bring up 2nd down.
Yo, go.
Banjo.
Get it.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Down. 10 Lobo.
Check 56. Watch the
Stop.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Credit the sack to Malik Jefferson.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, demonstrated time and time again.
Hey, Zoo.
2nd and 15. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Equanimeous St. Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
They'll take over first down and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
On the set.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson. Going to throw again. Looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for the touchdown. DJ Chark in the final seconds of the first half as they are now on the board here in the first half. And oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, this is fielded at the goal line. And able to take it past the 20 a little bit, but no further. A flag in there as well. Let's see what this is. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And to give this time to the tailback. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. 30, 20, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point now by Boswell. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
They'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. He'll buy some time right. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Jackson eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man-on-man. Go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
To the right, boy. Tight to the right. Move. 3 down. 3 down.
Hey, Charlie.
Hey. 50. 50 to Mike. 50 to Mike. Get that quarterback. And off. Hit it.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to launch it for Washington. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete. But you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
They run a draw here on 2nd down. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some.
Yep.
Come on here. Come get some. He'll want it.
Mike 50. Mike 50.
He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. That's a 1st down with a cherry on top. 31 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a 1st down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Got it.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Get it.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Come off the ball.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Equanimeous St. Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Boswell for the extra point. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here.
It's caught inside the 25. And they rattle off a big one. 59 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. That one complete. He finds Shark. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Check Mike.
Here's Jackson. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Corey Littleton. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
Under 10. 10. Check Mike. Gotta do better. Come on, QB. Come on. Check Mike.
To try again after the sack. Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Andy Isabella was the intended target. He has just been alone for opposing offenses to account for now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Come on, set. And two stop.
I'm coming after you.
5. Ready.
Second and 13. Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy.
The Steelers on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. Palardy now on to punt as he sends this one away. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
Now Jackson to throw again. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and it'll bring up third down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
On third down, Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Break.
Mike 57. Coming for you.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Easy work, and it's coming again.
There to make the tackle, Samson Ebukam.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch the run.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And that'll set up.
Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. 'Cause I